just, every car dealership in America has this issue. There's a certain percentage of the vehicles that are not going to work just because of the book value. That's the reason. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that you're not out there test driving one of those cars, because if the value is, 7,000, but the dealer wants 10,500, and I've seen the spread a lot worse than that, but it's just a vehicle that's just not going to work for what we're trying to do with these offers. The lender is going to want a position on the amount financed. The amount that you're borrowing has to be in line with the vehicle's value. They're not going to overpay. So this is good for you. It protects you, but at the same time, it protects them because it's a little higher risk deal. And so the risk is higher. So they're just trying to lower the risk. Yeah. So that's why I say be flexible. Look at the inventory. Text me a couple of stock numbers of some vehicles you'd consider. Then I go to the next step. I'll book out the vehicles. I'll make sure that we can get past that little obstacle. Once we get past that obstacle, I get the dealer to accept the lender's offer before I come back to you with payments. And when I have to do that, because there's going to be a fee, like, could be $500, it could be $1,500. I don't know. It depends on how you score on the tier levels. I don't pay attention or scrutinize or look too deep into that. I just get the numbers and I bring them the deal and I'm like, here's the deal. Before I come back to you, but if I do come back, I'll be like, hey, I got you this deal. You can have this car. There's nothing stopping the deal. You can go in and test drive now. The lender's on board and the dealer's on board, and it's it. It's really the two important things. And then when you get on board, then there's a deal. All three of you are smiling. All of you, because there's no point test driving it if the lender won't do it because it has a weak book value, and there's no point test driving if the dealer won't do it because you got this huge fee and they don't want to do the deal. Because I'm going to make sure that we have everything sorted out and lined up ahead of time. I'll even have you inquire on insurance prior to the test drive, just so you know everything. Now, I do have to ask a couple questions. They said you had no trade, somewhere between $500 and $1,500 down. What was your last car loan like? Something went bad, like a repo? So you're probably going to need the $1,500. I can get people done with multiple repossessions. That money down is key. So if somebody says, I got 3 repos, I'm not going to say I can get away with $1,500. I'm going to say I can get away with $2,500. But it starts at $1,500. So I can't get any deal for anybody that has that with $500 down. And I want you to know that I'm being upfront and not just saying whatever you want to hear just to get you in the door, only to hit you up and work you over and waste your entire day, time, and gas, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just say, how long is it going to take you to get $1,500 based on what you just told me? I'm telling you, you're going to need I have the experience to know that you're going to need the 500 isn't going to get the job done. So, but you ready now? Because if you're ready now, then you can look off of real-time inventory. As long as you're ready, because, I have to stress this because you have to have the money, and be ready to move on it, because inventory changes really fast at a group that sells 600 cars a month, so if you needed a week, I'll just say, okay, let's revisit this, one day before you're ready and look up real-time inventory. But if you're ready and you can come in tomorrow or Saturday, then I'm ready to go too. I'm ready to start making it happen.